Insecurities don't live in my house. It don't even live in my mind. Hi dolls, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Beauty and I'm back with another video, as you can tell from the title. So today we're gonna be talking about how to be more confident within yourself and like your girl like my glow up like. So let's get right into this video. I have my iPad right here that I already took notes. I already took notes. Don't mind me, I'm in my pajamas and it's like very late and then I decided to do this video. So we're gonna do step by step on the stuff that I want to talk about, like how to be more confident within yourself. Let's speak on my life before like glow up. I'm gonna give y'all a brief summary of like me and how I glowed up. Like, I wasn't really into my like appearance, like you know, like when you're in high school, like I'll say junior school, elementary. So when I was in like school, like my younger days, I was never into myself. Like, you know, when girls started being into this stuff, they started to see those stuff in the mirror. They started to do their hair a certain way. They started like follow little trends and stuff like that. I was never into that. I never got into that till I got into like high school. Stay clean and fresh. My hair always get done like every other week, because either my friends or by me. Um, so how I glowed up from high school to now is like I started to get into stuff that I started to figure out what I like about like me. It wasn't based on my appearance. I wasn't really thinking appearance wise. I was just thinking like, oh yeah, I need to figure out what I want to do, what I like to do. And me learning like I like to do hair, that's what got me into doing hair. Later on in life, I started doing makeup. I started learning how to do makeup on my own. Everything that I learned, I'm very self-taught. Like, I taught myself how to do this. This was way before YouTube and like people teach you online. Right now, y'all have you have a lot right now. Nobody can tell me they can't braid their hair, or they can do some crochets. Like, they can't do a ponytail by themselves. They can't flatten their hair. They can't curl. YouTube is your school. So, um, so you want to learn anything, I suggest like go on YouTube, type in something, and then try to learn the techniques mostly. Don't worry about the other stuff. I started noticing like people started to be into me as far as in like my appearance, and I never noticed nothing about me like it, or like I'm telling you, like I haven't didn't notice anything really about me, but like I know I'm pretty, but I was never fully into myself. Like I'll say I'm into myself now. I feel like back then I didn't know my worth, as far as not like letting people treat me like any who. I was raised a different way, so I wasn't like fully into myself. Like, oh yeah, I need to wear this type of top to make my chest look like this, or like this type of jeans to make my look like this. But like I said, yeah, high school made me realize like, okay, people keep saying like, you so pretty, you so beautiful, I like you, da da da. So I'm like, let me get into what they seeing. I want to see what they seeing.
I'm trying to see what that be like right there. Look, be that.
Cause you know, at this time I'm not in the mirror 24/7. The thing I'm in the mirror doing is doing my hair, and I'm seeing my hair look cute. Like, love my hair. So yeah, as I got older, I realized like, hey, like I started getting more into my appearance, because like, you know, you started to date people, doing a little bit more. So I was like, you know what, I already know how to do hair. I'm gonna start doing makeup. And then like after high school, I started learning how to do makeup, because I already know how to do hair. I was in cosmetology school. You know, I did all of that 9 yards and whatever to be a licensed cosmetologist, which I am right now as we speak. So yeah, I learned how to do makeup. That was it was a wrap. Like, it was a wrap. So yeah, I learned how to do makeup, and I was so fully into myself after I learned how to do makeup. Like, I used to be really shy, and like now I'm not so shy. I'm more open to having conversations with people. I'm not shy no more. Like, I got out of that, and I learned how to get out of that. Insecurities. I feel like I didn't have any insecurities. I feel like insecurities are the play a very big role in like your confidence level and stuff like that. So if you have insecurities, you're not very confident with yourself or within yourself. When I was growing up, at the time, I had no insecurity. Pick out anything that I was insecure about. Like I didn't see anything. I seen flaws, yeah, but it wasn't to the point that I sit in the mirror and be like, oh my gosh, I hate this. I wish this was like, no, I ever in my life down talk myself, ever put myself down in any way or form. And I don't allow people to do me like that either. Like, I respect myself, so I expect people to respect me. And that's how I carry myself from. Ever since I know myself, I always carry myself with very much respect. And I expect other people to respect me. So I never once ever told myself, like, even on a bad day, like my hair not done or my hair is messy or I just woke up, I ever in my life told myself, like, oh my gosh, girl, you need to get this done because this not, you don't look good. Like, better. No, I'd be like, this not cute, but look good. I told myself I look good even when I wake up and brush my teeth, wash my face. Like, I'm in the mirror, like, admiring me. I had an insecurity in the world, but I had flaws, but I would say I never acknowledged my flaws because I was so confident within myself. I didn't care what people think. And I know a lot of people like say like, oh yeah, you don't care what people think until they start talking, but really and truly, wholeheartedly, like, I didn't care what people think. My biggest thing was I know people are gonna talk regardless of, like, you gotta understand, regardless of you doing good or bad, people are gonna run their mouth like water. So it really don't matter. So me, I was aware of that. I was aware that I know what people are gonna say. So I noticed that I did have flaws, and I accepted. Like, I accept my flaws. Like, I'm not the perfect person. I'm not the perfect girl. Like, I'm not out here trying to be perfect for nobody. At the end of the day, we are all working on stuff, and that's about it. Like, I'm not trying to be perfect for nobody. I'm not out here trying to put on for nobody. Like, I'm gonna be myself regardless. If you like it or you love it or you hate it, you don't. That's it. It is what it is. I love me till the moon and back. So it's just like I see my flaws and I acknowledge my flaws. Like, I know I have flaws. But like insecurity, they don't live in hell. Insecurities don't live in my house. It don't even live in my mind. So like flaws, you see it. It's an everyday thing. Like, you see your flaws. But to be insecure is very much of a mind thing. It's stuff that you tell your mind. I won't tell my mind negative stuff about myself. Ever. Ever. I try to stay on a positive flow. I don't want to be on the negative boat. Child, that ship is gonna sink. I don't be on that. So like, I'll be very positive. I try to be positive within myself because I know like what type of person I'm, very strong minded. So I'm not gonna be out here giving negative advice, being negative to people. I won't even try to be negative to nobody, like it or to each his own. You look out, you see yourself out, you see yourself, and that's it. I could only say so much to you for you to believe that that's how you look. You understand me? And at the end of the day, people are going to give out unnecessary opinions like they know you, and they don't. All I care about is what's inside here. Y'all care about the physical features and all of this. What's in your heart? Now we're gonna talk about mindset. Like I told y'all in the beginning, everything like insecurities deals with your mind. So whatever you tell yourself, that's what you're putting on you. So you tell yourself negative stuff, that's what your body, your spirit is feeling. Everything is negative. A mindset plays a big role when it comes to like growing up, because you have to be very strong-minded, especially with this new generation. When I was growing up and like, you know, becoming the person I am today, I wasn't into social media. Nowadays, this new generation, they're very much into social media. They care about what people think about them. They care about people's opinions. When I was growing up, like I said, I didn't care about nobody's opinions because I wasn't on social media. I didn't care about opinions because nobody was bashing me and saying nothing to me. You could be doing good and bad, and people still bash you. It don't matter what you do on social media. It's like you can't run and hide from nothing. Like, if you not even in the limelight. Like, it's always something. People have something to say. Either your family members or just close friends or just people in your circle or just people on social media who just, not to be rude, but I just feel like when people don't ask you for your opinion, don't be giving it out for free. Confidence booster. So I did a lot of stuff to like boost my confidence, even though I didn't have like insecurities, but to boost my confidence to the next level. I compliment myself a lot, and I know a lot of people might think it's very that's cocky, or like that's like you conceited and all of this and X, Y, and Z. If that's being cocky and conceited, I'll take it. Because I just feel like if you're waiting for other people to acknowledge your beauty and your looks and the way you carry yourself, you waiting for somebody to give you a compliment, baby, you got it wrong. You'll figure it out. Cause that's not good. Cause you're gonna always want somebody's validation. I was never looking for validation from anybody. I'm not. Still to this day, I'm not. That's where you get it messed up at. When you're looking for validation from people, when people say something bad about you, you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, maybe they're right. No, and that's bringing your confidence down. So don't ever, when you're doing on your glow up journey, don't ever look for nobody's opinion about you, or don't look for validation from people. Don't even open that mindset of caring about what people think. You're gonna be you, and they're gonna be them. So at the end of the day, it's not two of us in this world. It's just one. A certain way, I'm gonna look a certain way. We are not two. We are not twins, and even twins don't really look identical. It's because something about them, they have their own style. Even if they wear the same clothes, they have their own style and the way they carry themselves. So like, people looking for validation. Listen, if you're on this video, watching this video, and you're looking for validation right now, I suggest you click off, because, baby, glowing up and looking for validation don't go together, baby. It don't. You sitting around looking for somebody to tell you you're pretty, telling you you handsome, telling you, hey, I like how you look, you beautiful every day. Girl, someday nobody's gonna write you, send you no text. You won't even get a text message come at you telling you you're beautiful, and it's okay. Once you know that, once God know that, once you tell yourself that. Other people's opinions don't matter when it comes to you. When you start feeding into stuff like that, that's what lower your confidence level about yourself. You start to think less of yourself instead of more of you. So, baby, I don't do that. When I be in that mirror, I talk my shit to myself. And I don't talk back, because that's crazy. But I talk my shit to myself. Like, I say what I gotta say to me. And that's what boosts my confidence. People be saying all type of stuff on social media. Be like, oh, I know you hear this all the time. If I hear it all the time, why are you telling me? Because I'm confused. Why would you even put that in one sentence? Like, I know you hear this all the time, but I want to tell you you're beautiful. Well, leave it up to the people who be saying it, because you ain't doing a good job. So, like, I just be like, you know, it's like I'm in tune with myself. I'm into myself. And you have to be into yourself if you want to glow up. You have to be into yourself. And it's okay if people sit there and be like, oh, yeah, you too cocky. You consider. Tell them to Google it. My name won't pop up. Somebody else will. It will show a meaning, but it won't be me. So, like, people go around calling people cocky and, like, conceited because they love themselves. If you don't love you, who will? Yeah. So you better keep it a buck with yourself. You're beautiful, you're handsome, you're wonderfully made by God. Like, look at you. Like, God really did this thing where he was, God really did this thing when he was creating you. So, let me just say, when I was younger I think this person had this client that I was working in a shop with. She had this client, and the client wants to look a certain way. Like, people come in there to look nice. They come in there to get spruced up. Like, they come in there to look, top tier. And I don't, who's stopping them? But like, they come in there, she want to look a certain way, and then she left out there. She was happy with her service. She loved it. The next day she called. It wasn't my client, y'all, but the next day she called and she was like, hey, could I speak to da because I wanna fix something about my hair. You know, I was thinking like, oh, maybe something happened to it and she just needed a touch up or something. This lady got in here, and the girl was like, oh yeah, what happened? What you want to get done? Cause it looks good to me. She was like, you know, just cut it a little shorter because you know nobody. You know, I walked in the place. I'm not gonna say where she walked in. She was like, I walked in the place and nobody told me like they liked my hair today. I was so shocked because at her old age, you're looking for validation from people. It blew me because they don't have no confidence in themselves, so their confidence comes from somebody else's mouth. Well, and it's like it's sad, but it's true. Like some people don't have that, don't feel like they're the best. They don't feel like they could be better than they are today, tomorrow. Like they don't, and it takes time. Like it don't work. It's not overnight. It's not something that happens overnight. Like you could just walk in the bed tomorrow and say, hey, da 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 da, quote all type of stuff, and then the next day you like do the same. Like no, it takes time because if your mindset is already set to a certain way, you're gonna keep routine, like it's a routine. But if you actually use and actually believe that's who you are, like you're, yeah, it's all about your mind. So if you believe that you're not pretty, you're not this, that's you are giving your mind the okay to carry on. But if you already tell yourself you're beautiful, you're pretty, you're handsome, da da da, you already give your mind like, hey, I control this. Cause me, I say I control this. You don't. So the negative thoughts and the negative energy, I don't feed into because, like, listen, what am I gaining from this? But sadness. Thing is like, know your potential. I want y'all to understand, like, we all have potential in being something, becoming something. We all have potential in becoming something. So I feel like know your potential, know your words, and like they say, act tax if you can. You understand me? Don't let nobody make you feel, even in the job field, even when you have your own business or like working for somebody or whatever. Just know your potential. Or being in a relationship, being in a friendship, like it don't matter what the case is. Just know your potential, know your worth, and don't settle for less. Don't let nobody tell you that you have to settle for nothing ever. I feel like God didn't put us on earth to be settling for less than we deserve. He wants us to have a great life. Trust me, he do. So don't be out here just settling for any and everybody in any and every situation just because you gotta settle. Like, settling is not nothing nice. Settling? I mean, we all did it 1 and 2 times. Like, yeah, we did. Like, I can't say I never did settle. But it's when I learned that I don't need to settle, I don't settle. I just keep it pushing. I just keep it moving. It's either you like me, love me, or you don't. Find somebody that's on your level that's gonna settle for what you got going on, or settle for what you putting them through. Cause I'm not. It is what it is. I'll say this play a major part too. Be careful of the people you hang around also, because negative people can impact negative people also. So like the people you hang around, the stuff they say about themselves and the stuff they say about you, even if it's a key. Know when to take people serious and when it's a joke. Because me, I learned that, like, people kiki about the wrong stuff. Me, I take everything personal. Because, baby, your kiki, you could have really meant that. And I don't kiki like that. I don't laugh at every joke. You know, sometimes I take it personal because it's like, do you mean that or you joking? And if you didn't mean it, it shouldn't be a thought in your head to tell me about it. You know what I mean? Especially with my friends. So I say be mindful of the people you hang around, because nowadays people and friendships and like families and stuff, they see potential in you. They try to bring you down to their level because they're not secure within their stuff. So they try to make you very much insecure of yourself. So I'll say be careful of the people you hang around, co-workers, friendship, relationships, because all of that can take a very much toll on yourself, especially your insecurities and like your confidence and stuff like that. And like nobody want to go through nothing that they don't feel confident with in their stuff, because I feel like when you don't feel confident within your stuff, you start to watch other people and be like, damn, they so confident, why I'm not like that. You feel like something is wrong with you, but really, I'm here to tell you nothing is wrong with you. Everybody's not the people they think they're supposed to be. So be mindful of the people. Acknowledge your flaws, but don't dwell in it. The next thing is be yourself. Be who God created you to be. Don't try to be like nobody else. Because if you want to be like somebody else, you don't know what that person is going through. You don't know what that person is fighting. You don't know if that person is in depression. You don't know nothing. Y'all sit here on social media and people don't show you they bad days. And that's the thing. That's why I don't fit into social media. I be on there, but I don't fit into the drama, the be the best version of you. Be true to yourself. You know, just be true to yourself. You know yourself. You know who you are. Don't let nobody tell you who you cannot be and what you cannot do. So yeah. Last but not least, love yourself. Know that you're the prize. Attack yourself first, because if you don't love yourself, nobody else will. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Subscribe right now. Comment what video you want me to talk about. And like I said in the beginning, excuse the way I talk right now, because I have braces, so I have a bite plate and it gives me a little bit of a lift. I hope y'all have a great day tomorrow and tonight. So yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see y'all in my next video. Later.